We don't care about the Alistar facing us down. The potential to lock down Azir and Varus, just too juicy to pass up.
Yeah, as you're highlighting, right, it's a pretty big counter to have the Alistar.
Vampire stepping up aggressively in the bottom lane here, going to be able to interrupt that crash down from YCX, and that's just why you value this Alistar so highly. Nice shuffle, lands on a Hongq, doesn't quite find the stun, but the poke damage is there from Hong. Tangyuan flashes forward, Hongq builds up the shield, flashes away, and picks up first blood. Hong is finally able to finish the job, but what a play from Hongq.
Hongq just surviving, manages to get the extra flash out as well, just buying a little bit of extra space for the jungler to be able to pick up this objective. And I think objective control is something we're going to have to keep a very close eye on throughout this series. JDG, they've been perfectly good at it. No real complete control over objectives, not really losing too much control over them. Whereas LGD, specifically in their previous 2 series... Yeah, do they want to go for this fight? Obviously, level 6s have been ticked across the board, so you could potentially try to get involved, but without any of that early priority coming through, JDG just going to be able to pick up all 3 of these. And you're just spending a lot of time right now as LGD rotating members up. Anki really not going to be able to step up anywhere near as far. Still, they're going to go for it. Teleports coming in from both of the top laners.
Junja flashes away from that seismic shove. Teleport in from Sasa. Dragon already falls down, but the engage comes through on a Xiaoya. And Hongq will claim the kill. YCX about to join him as well. But they do manage to trade back on towards Vampire and Junja. It's going to be another kill coming through for him, but Sasa able to fall back underneath the turret. Shu with the fully stacked up passive going to be able to back himself away in time.
Yeah, Cultivation of War was just coming straight on through for him right there. But the Grim Deliverance was massive, flashing over the wall. It looks like they're still going to go for this. Shove back. Yeah, Tangyuan should just be dead.
Shuffled in, and there is a pickup for Xiaoshu. But we traded 1 for 1. Sasa falls down as well.
Either. And because you've got a top laner running, hang on, Sasa.
Oh, getting engaged on again, but flick back away. Tangyuan creates the space, and Hong picks up the kill.
3v1 situation, and he is going to go down for it. Over on the other side of the map, Hongq going to be able to take down this top lane at tier 1 tower. And the game, after being pretty quiet for the first couple of minutes, explodes right here. 5 kills apiece right now. Gold still very even as well.
And the Rift Herald is up and available. I mean, dangerous territory for old Gala here. Does have access to the flash. Tangyuan going to be able to pick up first turret here as well. Some more things going up the way of LGD.
And critically right now, Xiaoshu down on the bottom side of the map and does not have the teleport to get involved, whereas Tangyuan was able to match him and still has the ulti to get to his team.
Flash engage from YCX. Junja locked on down. Here comes Tangyuan with the Weaver's Wall. Gala going to be forced to flash away. The only death so far is YCX. Hongq was able to melt him down.
Jump away, is able to leave the clone behind. And whilst all of this is happening, Xiaoshu picks himself up another tower. That's going to be 2 towers already for JDG.
Kills, they don't get anything finished off, and Hong can't make good use of that Kiana, so it's just a YCX death for nothing else.
And let's see if it's going to happen once again, though, as JDG start themselves up the Herald. LGD moving forwards, not quite going to be able to find that seismic shove. This is going to be a full 5v5 brawl, potentially.
Xiaoshu just walks right through, gets over there. Hong throws out the Supreme Display of Talent. They do get the lockdown onto 2. Bullet time out of Xiaoya. Takes out Xiaoshu and Hongq. And while JDG were able to snag themselves the Herald, they can't get the eye. They do funnel their way in. I mean, he's spotting them. He did see YCX going to that bush. It's not going to stop him from face checking, though. Hong goes in. Unbreakable Will going to keep Vampire up for a little while, but if they just dump enough damage into him, eventually they'll get the job done. Xiaoshu, though, big ultimate, going to be able to pick up an execution onto Hong and step forward with the fully stacked up Cultivation of War. Xiaoshu and Gala cut through LGD like butter, and a quick 3 kills for Vampire.
Oh, as much as it was a nice quick little pick right there onto Vampire from LGD, it isn't that fast because you've got that Unbreakable Will popped and you're dumping every bit of damage into the support. That's a very nice situation to put JDG into, and they turn that one straight back around. When you're auto-attacking, when you're not able to currently auto-attack and get involved in the fight, you are very squishy. Still, this play is going to continue on. LGD and JDG continue to fight over the Atakan. We also cut to mid lane as Gala taking a tower mid too. So teams getting pulled around, really pushing the bounds of macro right here.
Ooh, Hongq face checks into Tangyuan, but Tangyuan doesn't land the seismic shove. Now he's getting cut off from the rest of his team, already low on HP. Vampire locks him down, and Hongq will find the kill. Tangyuan already out of the play, but here comes Sasa onto the back line in a 1 versus 4 for the time being, trying to buy time for the rest of his team.
Gala?
Xiaoya and Hong trying to pick off Gala, but he flashes back over the wall to be able to escape. YCX too low on HP, has to bail on his top laner. Sasa just getting poked lower and lower and lower until eventually JDG will find their man. They get both solo laners in the engage.
And that's just some bad mispositioning right there from LGD. Tangyuan, he thinks that he can solo out Hongq, and sure, if he hits that seismic shove, he probably can, but missing it doomed him, and it doomed the rest of the team, as already at that point Sasa had popped the ulti, was sprinting on down towards the bottom side of the map, and there was nothing he could do other than to try to buy time. LGD, they don't even manage to find the pick onto Gala on the backside of that fight, and it is going to result in the Atakan going on over. This game's been very close up until this point with that backline access. Still, it doesn't seem like LGD are cowed in any way. They're going to start up this Drake. This will be Soul Point if they can grab it.
Sasa up on the front line. Vampire going to look for the engage. Goes through the rocks, though. Finds himself locked down in pretty quick order. The Chains of Corruption doing a lot to create the space, though. Hongq throws himself in. Gets only YCX. And now the bullet time laid down right on top of him. Hongq with nowhere to go. About to lose his life to Sasa's damage. And will get the mid laner. But Gala going to be able to get the trade right back. Xiaoshu still at a high enough health total. And at the end of the day, JDG with more members, even though Hongq fell.
Yeah, I mean, Hongq, he was just the one sacrifice for what was overall a pretty good fight from JDG once again. As much as it didn't result in as many kills as they were looking at previously, they managed to bring the Drakes back to 2 apiece.
Vampire Hong throws out the supreme display of talent and connects with nothing. So ultimates exchanged between Vampire and Hong, although there will be a flick back found up on the top side. Meanwhile, engaged onto Xiaoya. Gala going to be able to finish him off. And again, on fights on 2 fronts, it's JDG that are the only ones to find a kill. They move right onto the Baron.
YCX flashes forwards, Magnet storms his way in, and tries to get that play started, but they just don't have the follow-up damage. There's too much long-range damage coming through from JDG. LGD, though, they're not going to allow this Baron to go without a fight, bringing all the members in, teleports being blown from both teams.
Hong with the flash and with the smite has a possibility to be able to steal here, but there's another engage found by Xiaoshu, pulls back in 2, and will clean up 1 into the middle of the fray. Goes Sasa just trying to threaten Junja here, knowing the jungler's low on health. An attempted steal will not be found. Junja gonna be able to secure the Baron, and now Hong left up way too far with no paddle. Xiaoshu and Vampire trying to chase him down. Gala will finish off Sasa on the opposite side, and JDG secure themselves another objective.
It was back and forth. It was messy. 14 minutes into this game, it felt like LGD had themselves a chance, but things turning around all of a sudden. Xiaoya actually should be able to turn this one back. The Golden may save Hongq in this situation. One more auto. Nope. Both players are going to walk away and survive. The tower not going to be so lucky, and the Sun Disc going to be popped as well to really dissuade. Really nice right there from Gala, landing those Chains of Corruption. And yeah, as much as you've already self-CC'd with the bullet time, just stepping out of it, going to be able to fully pull that one through. And at that point, you've kind of ruined the play that you were otherwise trying to set up right here. Still, I thought this was going to be a steal. I really did. This looked like Hong was set up perfectly to take this Baron away.
Yeah, I mean, really good play by Sasa here. Heads up, noticing Junja's health bar and forcing him out, but a flash smite, perfectly timed by Junja, will secure the Baron for the squad and silence any attempt at a turnaround comeback here. But here's another fight attempt. Sasa charging forward, only going to slow down Vampire, knock back into the fray, tries to flash away, but he's just getting hammered by 3 members of JDG, and Hongq gonna make it 4 one-shots Xiaoya with the Shurima shuffle, and Tangyuan will not last long in the face of Gala either. JDG wipe 3 off the map. Hong still hasn't respawned from the last fight, and JDG are going to look to just slam the door shut and take game number 1.
It's a massive fight right here from JDG, punishing the LGD mistakes. Desperation plays will not work out, and JDG move themselves one step closer to the Demacia Cup finals right here.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.